Another week is in the books. So it's time to talk about what's going on in this crazy world we have going for us. Here's another tweet cap here on the Productive Conversations podcast. What's going on, everybody? I'm Matt Brown, your host, with Ryan Page with me.
How's it going, Matt?
Great to see you, Ryan. Jose Rivera's here.
What up, Matt?
What's up, Jose? And we have a new friend joining us today. Don't worry, he is there. His lighting broke, but that's okay. We're gonna make a comeback out of it anyways. But new friend to the team is our friend Jefferson joining us for the first time. What's up, Jefferson?
How you doing, Matt? Thank you for having me on your show tonight.
Of course.
It's an honor.
Hey, it's an honor to have you. We're glad to spread the wealth. We'll be growing the team a little more to help some great things have been happening with the show, with the sponsorship, and more views are coming. So it's great to have you part of this new chapter.
Of course, thank you. Many more stuff to come.
Exactly, my friend. And we're now figured out how to actually play videos for you. No music to them, but play videos to you. So that's exciting. You don't have to see from me holding up my iPad anymore. And so pretty cool things happening for the show as we grow a little more. Jefferson, let me ask, what is your last name? Just curious.
My last name is Garcia.
Jefferson Garcia. All right. Jefferson, Jose, Ryan, we are here. And let us talk about what happened in our crazy week, in this crazy world this week. First things first. Everybody knows that this is the week before the Super Bowl. This past Sunday was your championship Sunday. It resulted in the Kansas City Chiefs winning the AFC Championship and the San Francisco 49ers winning the NFC Championship. So next week is Super Bowl week. We have a great tweet cap regarding that. And though let me just be upfront right now. And I feel I have some credibility. I've covered the NFL for every single week the last 2 years. I just covered the conference championship extensively. Check that out with Kevin Schaefer. But I think it's fair to say that the biggest story coming into this game, and it may very well be one of the only times the actual game overshadows the Super Bowl, that Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift's relationship is enhancing to the next level. Taylor was in Baltimore for the AFC Championship. She saw her mans have an incredible game. He's one of the big reasons why they actually beat the Ravens. And once again, for another Lamar Hunt trophy ceremony, the Chiefs are celebrating. Only this time, Taylor Swift joined the celebration. We saw Travis Kelce go up to his girlfriend. She seems more casual, relaxed, doesn't even have her hair straightened. And we probably saw one of the most wholesome moments ever caught on camera, where we see Travis say, "I love you," but he has to chill with the boys. And you know what? She seemed very, very happy too. I felt it was a genuine moment. And for somebody who won't lie, back and forth on how he feels about the Kelce Taylor relationship, but leaning towards am happy for it. I just wanted a little break. But now, for me at least, guys, when I saw that interaction, when I saw this picture, I mean, I could already show you our new share feature, but just to make it quick already. But when I saw this picture, guys, I feel true love is right here. And now everybody is being a big hater on it. And I have to tell you guys something too. Doing research for this, I'm on NFL Twitter normally. I actually hit a Swifties tweet, and Twitter decided that I'm now a part of Swiftie Twitter. And some of these tweets that I've seen now in my algorithm, it really shows, man, these chicks really love her and him and that whole family.
Yeah, they do.
I mean, there's this one quote that Taylor is naming Kelce's father Ed, which I didn't even know. Then them interacting and saying stuff like, Taylor is the final piece to the Kelce family puzzle. Some stranger said that. 450,000 impressions. I mean,
I wish I came up with that.
I sent to you, Ryan. Like, man, would you happy
Well,
that
yeah,
people
you
this?
sent it.
Do you think people would be happy that? Would you think you'd be happy that this many people care about you? Like genuinely
No,
care about you?
I think I would be totally overwhelmed if that number of people cared that deeply about me on both sides of this argument. The people who are
Mhm.
like, if someone said I was the final piece of my wife's puzzle,
The final
I would.
piece of the Wilkerson puzzle.
Well, yeah, exactly. I'd be like, what is going on? But also, if someone got mad at me for being on screen for exactly 44 seconds out of a 3 hour broadcast, I'd be equally as confused and upset. So, no winning for her on this one. But yeah, no, that's a lot of attention. And I mean, I'm sure she's used to it, but man, that's just weird to have strangers say that. Like, to have strangers so genuinely believe that about you and your boyfriend, even though they've never met either of you. That's got to be a bizarre thing to have to deal with every day.
And like, here's a note. I found the tweets that I screenshotted. Remember when Ed, the Kelce's dad, this is what
Sure.
somebody said, hail at In My Dreamland.
Mm.
Remember when Ed said he went out and bought all her CDs to start listening to her music more? Crying emoji. Then went back to make sure they were Taylor's versions. He truly adores her.
You just want to make sure she's making that money if she's going to join the family. You don't want to be paid Scooter Braun a cent. It's not going to
Regardless,
help
though,
Ed buy a second house.
regardless, though, guys, I think this is this the biggest story coming into Super Bowl week? Wanting to see if Taylor can make it from Tokyo, Japan to Las Vegas, Nevada in 12 hours so she can see her man's, which is a Disney Channel original movie plot.
Yeah, I think it is, but only because no one likes the two teams. You know what I mean?
That is not true. Everybody likes the Chiefs.
What?
Who's everybody? Name everybody because I don't.
Everybody.
That's not true.
Yeah, Jose, I'm getting the majority. They turned it to
Yeah.
the villain now.
The
I'm
Chiefs are
sticking. The Chiefs are the team to put your money on because I'm
sure.
going with. There's Taylor Swift is bringing luck. I don't know where she got it from, but she's bringing them luck, and I'm riding it all the way.
I mean, I agree with you. Bet on the Chiefs, but I'm just saying most people don't want the Chiefs to be in this game. Most people don't want the Niners to be in this game. I feel like the reason that Taylor's the biggest story, like is she going to be there and all that, is because nobody cares if either of these teams win.
They really are going to. Jefferson, what do you think about the whole Kelce and Taylor relationship? You think it's beautiful?
It's nice, man. They have love for each other. The only problem is, they're famous, so they can't live like a normal life. Like if you fell in love with someone, you know what I'm saying? Like it wouldn't be the same. But what are y'all talking about? I've been hearing about that too. Like especially in school, that's what everybody's talking about: the relationship, the games. And I like what he said that people are like more into the relationship instead of the teams that are playing for the Super Bowl game.
I know and everybody's really going to wait to see if the Kansas City Chiefs happen to win the Super Bowl. It'd be their fourth in 5 years. No, sorry, that'd be their third in 5 years.
Yeah.
And
which is crazy.
It's not that crazy. Patriots just did it.
Well, that's hard. That's rare.
It's hard when they, it's hard
Dynasty.
When they
it's really
it
hard to win back-to-back Super Bowls in general. But anyways, with this moment right here, they're really waiting to see if Travis Kelce will propose to Taylor Swift during the Super Bowl ceremony.
Oh, stop it!
There's betting
really
line for that. There's a
Is
betting
really?
line on that. Yeah.
Yes.
You could bet money on that.
Idiots. Well,
Let me see.
What's the betting? Where do you bet this, and what's the odds to say no?
I don't know the odds, but I know there's a betting line.
I'm so put all my money on no.
Okay. So I happened to see it a few different places. With the Action News Network. So Action News Network with Action Now. And these are the odds according to FanDuel. All right. So FanDuel, right?
No.
It is plus 920 that he will propose, minus 2,200 that he won't. So high odds, actually. It's very high that they think he won't do it. And I don't think it'd be a good idea for the sense that you're taking away the moment from your teammates. That will really be documented as the bigger deal in the in the Super Bowl's history, they will reference that right away. And, if you really do a huge, huge proposal like that, like literally millions of people witnessing, you really want to hope that you make it the whole way, or you will have one of the most awkward moments caught on television forever. And the only other connection I can have this on a smaller scale, John Cena proposed to Nikki Bella. And how long did that? I don't even think they got married.
No, they
right?
didn't get married.
They didn't even get married. And
Never
now they have
happened.
this moment that is clearly cut from broadcast. Probably is not fun for them. And well, I think that's the risk. You should not. You should be aware if you're going to make a huge proposal like that.
Yeah, if Travis or anyone who knows him is listening, when I proposed to my wife, and we're not famous people, it took a couple of my wife was shocked, obviously, like, oh my god, this right, but like not yes right away. Like the yes came after a minute. Like I was like, yeah, it is real, it's actually happening. And any answer, any indication on where we're leaning here, like it's an awkward thing, even when it's a sure bet, as I did, because I'd already bought the ring and my wife knew that. So I don't know, to do it in front of all those cameras, you gotta be really sure that you're gonna get a picture perfect moment. Because even if the answer is yes, it could still be awkward and like bad TV.
Yeah. You think he should do a Jefferson?
I believe he shouldn't, because the way you're saying it, you're persuading me to say no, he shouldn't, because you make it sound like you're right, because he is gonna take away the moment from his team. Even
Yeah.
if they do win, like it's when he proposed, the attention's gonna be more towards that than to they win.
Yeah,
That's
and
what
what
I
if they
think.
lose? And you
Yeah,
can't do
that
it.
too. Yeah, that too. He loses.
You can't do it then. That'd be wild. Then you're taking away from a different team.
He loses. Nah, and she says no, which wouldn't happen. But
You never know.
you're right. She could change her mind on that flight
Yeah.
from wherever she at.
From Tokyo, that's a long flight. She might be
Yeah,
tired.
yeah. She
Exactly. I
might change
feel
her
like
mind.
she'd probably appreciate a private moment because she doesn't get a lot of private moments anymore.
I
But
think so, too.
they see they've been only dating for what, a year, a little less than a year.
Something like that. Yeah.
So that too.
35 though, so you move faster at 35. I feel like
She's 35.
they both are.
I think they're both 34, but yeah,
Oh,
Damn.
similar.
still
Is she
same
that
age.
old?
Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't
Yeah.
call it old. 35.
She dressed like she's freaking 21.
That's the key. You don't let the old person come out of you.
Hide the old person behind Forever 21.
Regardless, though, we'll probably some more information as the weeks go by. But I think this also proves that just Taylor's the most important person in the world. I was the first to coin that in the summer. And now if people care so much about a relationship like this, well, look, right? Am I right?
Making a strong case for most important person in the world. I won't lie to you.
And
I got a lot of trouble when I disagreed with you for an entire summer, but it's becoming more and more true. So,
and this is a story for another day. Now people are trying to get her vote in this election year that will single-handedly decide it.
We'll wait until after the Super Bowl to cover that story.
Exactly, but we'll see where this goes. Kelce and Taylor, another story. And do we want to just call out, Colin Cowherd for once actually was liked on Twitter defending it, and I do agree with some of his points, but what do you think about anyone else who actually hates this relationship, who actually feels some type of way, who actually has an opinion in general of it? Like, why do you care so much?
I suppose we have an opinion on it too. Ours is just not negative, right? So,
for the most part, but I should say negative opinion, but they're really letting these two lovebirds ruin their lives. Hence why, in general, people are jealous of just true love like that. Now you have the ultimate example of it.
Yeah, it's all weird. You'd think this would be everybody's like favorite
Oh, Ryan's pause for a second.
star in the country football guy. I don't know.
Got you, Ryan. Oh, I think Ryan's paused, but
I think all the Swifties are attacking them at this moment.
Man. Well, this is a good transition to talk. Hey, Ryan, you're back?
Yeah, but I heard you the whole time, but I catch you didn't catch me. So
So
No.
you want to just finish your thought, then we'll move on?
I was just saying, this feels like it should be everyone's favorite love story. Football player from the middle of America, the pop star. This feels like it should be everyone's like dream, like a storybook. And the fact that people aren't seeing it that way is just wild to me. But what do I know?
Well, you know what? Why don't we transition from one love story to the other? We're only 2 weeks early. These could have. I was thinking when I was looking at the rundown, man, this would be a great Valentine's Day show. But why don't we now continue on with what looks to be one of the hottest reality TV shows right now, probably the most wholesome reality TV show I've seen in a long time, and that is Netflix's Love on the Spectrum. What is Love on the Spectrum? The log line for the show is that 7 young adults on the autism spectrum dive headfirst into the dating pool, exploring the unpredictable world of love and relationships. These clips of this show are all over the place. I've started to check it out, and I just always have a big smile on my face. Again, true love is dope to see when it's genuine, and I find from this show with the cast and talent, it's the most wholesome show. You can't really overly produce a show like this with the type of people who are being featured on here, people with special needs. With shows like The Bachelor and Love is Blind and MILF Island, you can, manipulate it a little more. But, I think you could see from the show, they just show the camera trying to help people find their match in love. And it's really sweet to see. And we need to protect people like Connor and Tanner and Journey and Abby and David. I mean, how can you not like this show? Isn't it nice that we have a show where people are looking to find love and nothing stupid like the Real Housewives where they call each other the C word and call each other bitches and throw tables down and stuff like that? I could get like somebody who's actually happy to be at work. I could get people, going through dates, and it shows no matter where you are, no matter what person you are, dating's hard for everybody. They try to find that connection. But you can also find some nice, smooth stuff like here. Like I remember one clip with one of the girls, she asked the guy, "Can I give you a big kiss?" The guy's like, "Oh, I'm not ready. I don't know if about that." But then she brings out Hershey Kisses. It was adorable. What do we think about this show, guys? Who's seen it?
I'm tempted to say we start with Jose.
Yeah.
I've seen. So you text me this, so I was like, you know what? Oh, let me give it an episode. So I went to go see the first episode. I don't know the names, but have you guys seen the first episode?
Yeah.
I
well, one of them goes on a blonde date, right? And she's like some cartoon, something like she's all into cartoons and crap.
Okay.
I thought Homeboy was a good date, and you could totally see that she was being mean as hell to him. I'm like, this girl's a savage, man. You lucky she wasn't on a date with me. I would have roasted her.
This is what's her name? I don't. I remember what you're talking about. I don't remember her name right now.
But the coolest one is the one with the little effed up stick, like he's from Lord of the Rings. Like he was showing off his sticks. Oh man, I wish.
It's the sticks. The sticks or the swords. Connor has
sword,
the
sword sticks. He likes to go freaking hiking or whatever bullcrap he likes to do.
Connor has the swords. I know that.
They're all weird. The speed dating.
They are all on the spectrum. That's the point of the show.
Well, speed dating dude had a hot sister. I was like, more or less looking at that. So
yeah, you're talking. That was Tanner.
Tanner, yeah.
Tanner. All right, I feel bad for Tanner. It looked like he wasn't getting much action, if you know what I mean.
Oh.
So I'm gonna jump in, tag myself in, Matt, and say that you've asked me and Jose, but mostly me, to watch
and now Jefferson part of the team.
Now Jefferson, yeah, but to watch a lot of strange shows. We've had to watch the Face Off. I've had to watch the Golden Bachelor.
Hey, I'm showing you stuff that the people want. So this is what the people are watching.
Yeah, you're immersing me with the people. This show upon just thinking about it, reminded me the most of that Naked Attraction show you made me watch. And for those of you who don't know the Naked Attraction show, it's the show where the contestants don't talk to each other. They just see each other naked, or the contestant sees the other guys or girls naked, and they start with like bottom, then all the way up, and then finally at the end they get to talk. And the reason why I came to this conclusion is that both shows, as you said, Matt, are authentic. And I think that's what people like about this show. It's definitely what I liked about both shows. I think the authenticity is what sells it for me.
Yeah.
They're real people, you know?
That's the just seeing people really happy. It's like it's hard to you're a very messed up person if you don't smile watching these clips. It's just so sweet. That's exactly what you said.
It's not even just the happy. Like when you look at the other shows, like Love is Blind or like The Ultimatum, it's fake. Those people are fake. When they're fighting, it's fake. When they're happy, it's fake. There's never been a real emotion on any of those shows. It's all meant for camera.
Right.
The happiness and the anger. What do you mean? I need to stop.
Love is Blind is amazing.
I love Jose. I've seen every single episode of Love is Blind. I am not insulting the show. I am not saying not to watch the show, but none of those people like each other. Maybe by the end they like each other fine. When that show, no one on that show actually likes each other. I'm 100% confident that no one goes into that show and picks their partner and actually is ready to marry that person. It's all for camera. The drama's for camera, especially the drama. None of it's real emotions. The shows that we were talking about, this show in particular, obviously this week, as opposed to like The Bachelor, they're real people. It's not for camera. They're just going through it and it's being filmed. And if I'm wrong, if it is all fake and it is all for camera, then honestly, they do an excellent job of hiding it, and that deserves its own, kudos. But I don't think it is fake. I think the reason people like it is because it's actually authentic.
Exactly. That's you could have said any better. It's authentic. It's real. Jefferson, did you get to see any of the clips or any of the show?
No, I'll be honest with you. I haven't seen any of that stuff, but I mean, I'll look into it.
Yeah.
It sounds amazing.
It is amazing. I think it's a good opportunity to see what they have here, and it's a good watch. Like, I don't really watch reality TV that much. I really don't because of the inauthenticity of it and the silliness. I'd rather watch something else. But this I'm all for. Like just seeing how happy a couple can be going to see a lion. Like, man, goodness. Like Abby and David, they went to go see a lion.
Oh,
just seeing how happy they were.
In Africa? They went to Africa?
Yeah. They went to Africa to see a lion. Oh, why can't we just be happy with the little things?
Tanner went to the zoo, right?
Yeah, Tanner went to the zoo. And that was the best thing ever. Like, why can't we be this happy going to the zoo ourselves?
It's interesting. There's an old show on NPR. I won't go into a lot of this, but I think that this is an underserved thing because I've watched a few things where it's real people and it's very clearly real people. It's not meant for the drama. It's not meant for the fights and the arguments like a lot of these reality shows, right? And every time I've thought, oh, this is really good. This is a breath of fresh air. But there's a lot of them, but it just for some reason they don't get covered. And so every time we see one break through, we're like, oh, this is a breath of fresh air. I think people need to focus in on this more. Real people really looking to find someone to date or love or whatever. Don't add the extra stakes. Don't add the extra drama. Just let people because I think people really care about that. Everyone can relate, no matter if you're married or everyone can relate. If you're single, I don't know, untapped market for all of you reality TV pitchmen and women. Untapped market. Get on it.
Thank you. Exactly. Get on it. And they also learned showing how Riz people could be. As I mentioned, that girl with the Hershey Kisses. And also somebody said, you are as sweet as my favorite desserts. It's genius. I'm going to use that right now. Well, no, I don't have anybody to say that
right now.
But if I did, I would. And Jefferson, I'm sure you have a lot of girls fawning over you, and you could use, you could get some advice from this show, right?
Of course, I'm writing some stuff down. Y'all
Taking
don't,
notes.
so I'm taking notes. Y'all know what it is.
That's what I'm talking about, guys. That's what I'm talking about. Now, one more segment before our break. This is probably also one of the most wholesome tweets, maybe of all time. And I feel it got a lot of it definitely got a lot of people talking, but it led to a revolution. Look what Elmo tweeted on the 29th, so Monday, that was seen by 203 million people. Elmo was just checking in. How's everybody doing? And a lot of people had a lot of things to say. Ultimately, this wound up being a campaign for mental health awareness, being able to talk feelings out. This also led to a large conversation, bringing our favorite Sesame Street characters who's to have a conversation with. Big Bird joins, Oscar the Grouch, Grover, Cookie Monster. Didn't see Bert and Ernie for some reason.
They did. They both did.
They did. Okay, so
Yes.
everybody's involved. So wasn't it nice to see Elmo checking in on us, guys?
It was.
Wasn't it nice to see Elmo checking in on all of us?
I thought Elmo died.
You know he's a puppet, yeah?
Elmo's, this is a kid's show. They're not dying. They are immune for life. They get eternal life.
Wasn't the guy that was sticking his hand up his butt, like touching kids at one point?
Yes. So the original actor who played Elmo got fired. There's a new actor now, and it's all good.
Yes, and they didn't kill him off.
I don't need him to go check up on me. All right.
Yeah, they didn't write Elmo off. They recast Elmo, but Elmo is still very much around and very wholesome. Jose, you're one of the haters. The haters found Elmo today. Now, I'll be honest. I've been following the story closely since Monday, and today is the first day I've seen anyone say anything negative about Elmo. And it does coincide. It does coincide, unfortunately, with Larry David physically assaulting Elmo on television.
That's very on brand of him.
Yeah. So today was Elmo's bad day, but from Monday through to Thursday, everyone loved Elmo except for apparently Jose, who's a hater. But this was nice, Matt. You're right. And
yeah,
you know what? It's nice. It was like when Steve from Blue's Clues, popped in to say he was proud of us. Like, I don't know why, like a childhood hero or a childhood whatever, just being like, "Hey, I'm still thinking about you." It's nice.
You know, that's the worst example ever. By the way,
what? Elmo or
Steve from Blue's Clues.
You weren't happy when Steve was proud of you, Jose?
No, he left me when I was a child, just like half the ghetto children.
But he came back. He came back though.
Yeah, came back after he came back after he paid child support. He came back right after. How can
he said, "You know what, Jose? I don't want to tell you this, but I actually talked to Steve, and when he said he was proud of us, he didn't mean you. Okay."
Yes.
That's
so that's your fault. He could have been proud of you, but you had to be a hater.
I don't need him.
Elmo
He's a quitter.
Elmo cares. Elmo still loves you.
Elmo went to HBO. He left PBS.
Hey, Elmo didn't have to be broke. He just has to love you. He can get that HBO money and still love you.
I guess.
What do you think, Jefferson? What do you think about Elmo checking in on us?
Man, I'm happy Elmo's back. Cause you know what I'm saying? Like, most of us grew up with Elmo. Like, especially me. PBS.
I was gonna ask, was he a big, like, was Sesame Street still big when you were like growing up?
Of course, man. All them shows like PBS Kids.
I did already.
When he talked about PBS Kids, that like literally reminded me of my childhood. Back in the day, there was like barely like, technology was already around, but like not as much as now. Because I feel like nowadays nobody watches TV. Everybody just be on their phone. Like even the little kids. Some kids are like 4 watching their phone. I may not be that old, but like it was still different times, But like all them shows like on PBS Kids, you would sit down on Saturdays in the mornings. There was like all the shows you like to watch. But yeah, nowadays I feel like I bet you most of the people don't even know about Elmo right now. Like in my school, nobody talks about that.
Well, I mean, you're a little bit out of his demo at the moment, but
I think it also just shows how amazing Sesame Street is. This is their 55th season, and so many generations. So many generations literally grew up with Sesame Street, especially in America. Like, it's very hard to not have at least heard of these characters, and it is available to every single person as mentioned on public television. But
T-Pain thanked Elmo for checking in.
see, yes, and speaking of here are some of the top replies. Universal Pictures.
Did Bill Cosby want to check all of them too?
No, I missed it.
Anyways, we're continuing on. So, Universal Pictures said, "Palms are sweaty, knees weak, arms are heavy." Anonymous, you FAO'd, bro. So I don't want to know what that means.
Actually, hold on. Before you read this, you can read this. I want to say this before you go, though. The people who needed to shut up throughout this whole thing were the corporate brands who responded to Elmo. All of you, I want all the social media team at Sesame Street scored the biggest home run possibly of all time. And every other brand who jumped in to talk to Elmo, you look like a bunch of dummies. Seriously, if there was ever a time to read the room, be like, oh my God, these people are dumping their life stresses on this puppet. They don't need to hear from Heinz Ketchup or from Universal Studios. Shh.
Universal.
Go away. Back
United
in the
Airlines.
hole. Yeah, United Airlines, go away. Be quiet. This is not your time. This is the people and Elmo's talk. We don't need the brands to jump in to try and jump in on that engagement. It made all of them look bad. Not a single brand looked good responding to Elmo. And that's just a general rule. All of them looked bad. And that they should probably, change the team for social media on every brand who responded because they totally missed the point. Anyway, continue.
Exactly. Yeah, you couldn't say it any better, Ryan. And, anytime you call out Suits, I support it. But also just a couple funny things like every morning, I can't wait to go back to sleep. Every Monday, I can't wait for Friday. Every single day and every single week.
Yeah,
for life. Or the Roman gif, him looking at the social media manager getting responses. It's hilarious. Oreos ran out of milk, do the math. But I like more of Elmo's friends responding, like Big Bird and Cookie Monster. And yeah, as you said, even now we have the meme of Larry David attacking Elmo. But again, that's on brand for him as the final season of Curb Your Enthusiasm starts this Sunday.
I feel like an episode, they should do a special episode where Larry David attacks Elmo and then refuses to admit that he did it. That feels like it could be an episode of the show.
Oh, it's coming. It's coming, everybody. But any other final thoughts on Elmo? Then let me just do one thing while you do that.
I don't know. Jose is clearly in that hater category, but
I'm definitely not hating on Elmo, that bum. But
that's what I'm saying. You just call him a bum. That makes you a hater. Did you watch
he a puppet?
Street?
Yeah, I watched it.
You don't like Elmo?
Never was a fan of Elmo.
Why not?
I'm more Oscar the Grouch type of fan.
I know that, but I'm saying as a child, even as a little boy, you were this grouchy.
I'm not, and I like Cookie Monster.
The Cookie Monster, huh? I don't know.
Elmo sucks. What's special about Elmo? I never get it. Stupid voice.
He's nice to people. That's his whole gimmick.
Everybody's nice. You better be nice. They're gonna check the rent up there. Who's the landlord in that building?
It's all rent controlled, actually. The only one who can't afford it is Oscar the Grouch. So yeah. Actually, no. Do you remember this was after our time, but they actually did have a homeless Muppet on Sesame Street.
On Sesame Street?
Yeah, recently they had a homeless.
See, I haven't watched Sesame Street in about 30 years.
Well, yeah, I mean, I'm not 30, but I haven't watched it. How old am I? I haven't watched it in like almost 20 years. So I'm with you. I'm just saying that I did see they did actually write a homeless character into the fictional Sesame Street, which is wild. Everyone has a house. Shows
kids are homeless.
I mean, well, I know. I get why they did it, and it was nice that they did that to show kids. But it's just the thought: everyone else has a house, but this one.
Have you been to Sesame Place?
In what's it called?
Pennsylvania.
Oh no,
I did a long time ago. It's been a long time.
I went when I was in the Hollywood with the Disney one.
No,
I think that's the Muppets.
Not Disney. That's
the Muppets. It's Muppets, but the same thing.
Sesame, they had a Sesame Street like in that area of the park.
No, you're thinking you've been to SeaWorld?
Been to SeaWorld as well, but that's not
okay. Sesame Street's in SeaWorld.
No, it's definitely. Where's the Tower of Terror?
I was just there.
I know. Where's the Tower of Terror?
I know
Which
that's,
park?
but
Yeah.
that's not Sesame Street. Tower of
What?
Terror is Planet Disney Hollywood. It's
Right.
Star Wars.
While I was there,
Toy
it was
Story.
Sesame. When I was there, next to Toy Story, there was Sesame Street.
I'm
100%.
telling you right now, 100%, because I was just there 2 months ago. SeaWorld in Orlando
Well, no,
has
I was there
Sesame
10
Street.
years ago, so it's totally possible it's changed now. But when I was there 10 years ago, Sesame Street was there. Star Wars was not.
Well, I mean, I guess they got Disney smart. They got rid of Elmo.
Yeah, they got rid of Elmo, replaced it with Kylo Ren because we definitely wanted to hear from him.
Well, Elmo's not going.
Yes.
Well, regardless, we just want to thank Elmo for a great time, and I can't wait till we all talk about this again when Sesame Street pulls up on us.
Can anyone do an Elmo voice? No, I can't.
I'm not even gonna try.
I was just hoping someone had one just ready to go. But
the fact I was about to try, but no.
Elmo,
what's that?
Elmo loves you.
There we go. Boom.
He got it. Matt got it.
Matt's got it. Exactly.
Elmo says, Larry, I thought you were friends. And then whoever Telly, you remember Telly, he said, a legit lesson that some adults need to learn. You need to ask permission if you want to touch somebody, Larry.
Yeah. Yeah. Then he said he was going to sue someone. Man, those puppet people are funny. The big Elmo. There's a big, like his uncle or something, right? He's related to Elmo. Yeah. And he was there.
Oh, I know.
Yeah,
Tally from South Park.
No, not Tally.
They're
totally different. Similar voice to what Matches did.
Yeah. When Matt was talking, I just think Tally. Like, I need to get high.
I'm so high right now. I don't know what's going on. Anyways, it's all about Elmo and focusing on Elmo. And I just want to say Elmo took the internet by surprise when he decided to check in on us. And that really, really made us feel good. And thank you, Elmo, for checking in on us. I mean, clearly a lot of us needed it. So thank you to Elmo for doing that. And also among this, though, and amongst our conversation, we learned that not everything is a-okay online, like clearly. Not only the legitimate trolls online, but also, you know, it's okay to not be okay and talk about it. We appreciate Elmo, a little monster from Sesame Street, to acknowledge that for us. And we can all play in Elmo's world every day, and we can still feel better, improve our focus, and get our energy and motivation up. And in my life, that's what I'm trying to do. I want to up my energy, enhance my focus, so I can keep grinding and make this show a success for the productive nation, for our great collaborators, and avoid a burnout, which is the worst thing that can happen to me mentally. And you get a little bit of help, and you could get that help. And if you need some help getting more energy, enhancing your focus, why don't you get some help from our friendly neighbors, not on Sesame Street, but at Magic Mind. So, I've mentioned how I started taking Magic Mind in my morning routine. I want to talk Ryan real quick. What do you usually do for your morning routine?
Yeah, my mornings are absolutely wild. I wake up, I get ready for work. I have to go to work. I feed my dog, take him outside. Then I make a coffee and I fill up a thermos like this high to get me through to lunch. And then at lunch is when I buy my second coffee for the day because I gotta, I gotta stay. I can't go to sleep again. So I'm up early and I'm just constantly going until we finish recording on these days.
But Ryan, you could get rid of that coffee. You could get rid of all that caffeine. And why don't you use Magic Mind instead as your alternate from you drinking all that morning coffee? And some things that can include like the nootropics that help me get through my stress. And I used to be a big coffee drinker myself, but ever since I started taking Magic Mind, the ingredients from this product has helped me to be less stressed about my world. I don't feel bad about drinking all those calories and drinking all that sugar from coffee. Just Magic Mind is a simple shot, tastes good, and I'm ready to go about my day. And it reduces my fatigue and anxiety. It increases my body's resistance to stress and improves my physical and mental endurance. And you don't need that coffee anymore. It's Magic Mind, Ryan. Take that
Magic.
instead.
Well, I will say, obviously, I've heard you do this a couple times. My Magic Mind's on the way, so I'll let you know. But I actually like the taste of coffee, but I do like that this doesn't add to the problem, right? Because it's, like you said, tastes great, so that's good, of course. But also it's not caffeine, so it's not like I'm gonna have extra coffee or extra caffeine because that's not good for you, and I know that, and I got to cut back personally. So Magic Mind lets you add that energy boost, lets you cut back on the caffeine, right?
Yep.
So definitely, I'm excited
Exactly.
to try it, and I'm excited. I got mine in January, so I got all the sweet deals.
See, that's what I'm talking about, and you can make a great decision like Ryan did. Get Magic Mind, and the great people over there was gracious enough to give us a special link and a code, which is in our description on podcast platforms and YouTube. But just to remind you, you get 55% off your first subscription, and this deal is up until February 10th. So you have February 10th of this deal. 55% off your first subscription, then an additional 20% off by going to this link. You go to magicmind.com/jamproductiveconversation, use promo code productive20, and combining 55% off and 20% off, that is 75% off your first subscription to Magic Mind by simply going to magicmind.com/janproductiveconversations. Sorry, Jan Productive Conversation, and use promo code productive20, and you will see so much improvement in your mind, in your energy, in your focus. You'll be less stressed. Your body won't feel as worn out, and you're going to be like Ryan and learn that this will be a great alternative to coffee and caffeine. Making a good decision, Ryan. Why don't you do the same like Ryan is doing? And again, go to magicmind.com/janproductiveconversations, use promo code productive20, and get your first subscription for Magic Mind today. Again, description is in the link below, is in the description below on podcast platforms and YouTube. And we want to thank Magic Mind for giving us the opportunity, and we appreciate them so much. Again, one last time, magicmind.com/janproductiveconversation, and use promo code productive20 to get 75% off your first subscription. And this deal lasts until February 10th. All right, so why don't we continue on, my friends, because this is going to get very interesting. So let us share the screen really quick. And I'm first going to, for our listeners on YouTube, you can actually see the clip I'm about to show. And for our listeners on Spotify, Apple, and all podcasts and platforms, let us talk about this reality. Let's talk about this show that's on TikTok. It's incredible. And we're about to see what looks like two people who are in a situationship trying to figure themselves out. So let's break this down. So here we go. All right, everybody's ready?
Yes.
Okay. Here we go. Let me show you this clip from this show on TikTok.
More than just friends. We're more than just friends with benefits, but we're not like committed to a full relationship. So we like go on dates. We like tell each other pretty much everything that goes on with our day. We have constant communication.
We don't always have constant communication.
You don't always have constant communication.
Are you hooking up with anyone else? If so, show me a picture of them.
I feel like I know the answer.
What's the answer?
No, right?
It depends what you mean by hooking up, technically.
I don't know, did you go do something with somebody else?
Somebody else did something to me, yes.
That's really frustrating.
Okay, sorry.
It's okay. Not really though.
On the count of 3, we'll both say who likes who more.
1, 2, 3.
You like me more, but I knew that you were gonna say
Absolutely not. You definitely like me more.
Okay, whatever.
I feel like sometimes you are scared to admit, I think, how much you like me.
Okay.
Is there any truth in that, you think, Vincent?
I'm definitely ready if she were just to up and leave, but I wouldn't be excited about it.
Take my hand, look me deep in the eyes, and tell me you love me.
I don't want to do that for the first time on camera.
No, that's okay. That's fair.
If I were to ask you to be in an exclusive relationship with me, would you say yes?
That would definitely be like a much longer conversation. I just still haven't been like ready to have that conversation with you. And obviously you're concerned about this other issue I just brought up, so.
And I have the comments on here. The top comments for this video, which include this generation doesn't understand dating. What the hell is more than a friends with benefit, but not dating? There is no emotion in her eyes at all. I feel like she liked him a lot, but his inconsistencies drove her away. That's on him. He tried too late. All right, guys. Tell me your initial thoughts on this. What did you get out of this video? Which almost made me cry. Okay, maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know. Anyways, but what did you guys think of this?
Go ahead, Ryan.
Me first. First of all, top comment, Jocelyn, 100% right. What I am so over the idea of a situationship. That is nothing. That is gobbledygook. It is make believe. And I know we have young people, a young person in particular, Jefferson, who might tell me that I'm just old man yelling at cloud. Oh, Jose, you stop. You know better. You're older than I am. A situationship
I
is
know.
make believe. You're with someone or you're not. Are you banging? Are you dating? Like, there's different things you could be doing, but situationship, friends with benefits, but more, no. That's dating. If you're doing all of the things that you do when you're dating, you are dating. You're just not saying it for whatever reason. But that was my initial reaction, was that comment. Actually, when I read it, I saw that first comment. I was like, she's 100% right. These kids are making a mountain out of a molehill.
Jose, your turn.
Oh my God. Okay. I totally agree with Homegirl, where I'm just like her. Like, I can be in friends with benefits, give you the relationship you want, and not have the status. I don't understand what's so difficult of it.
Well, that's just dating, Jose.
It's not dating. We have no attachment to them. We're not linked to anything. We smash. We can go. You can tell me about your date, Ryan. How's your day? Great, awesome. You want to get it in? Let's get it in.
It sounds
And
like they
call
go
it a
on
day.
dates, though. It sounds like they actually like go
They
places.
do. You go. Okay, so I get her point of view because I'm the same way, because I'm not the type, Ryan. You know why I respect you so much? Because you can have hamburgers every freaking day. And like you fucking the cookie monster. You can have cookies all day. I can't. I can have cookies one day. I might have a cherry pie another. I might have pizza, whatever. I can't. I have an issue committing to just one woman. I miss the companionship? Do I like the little? Yeah, I like the feeling, but I also like to have my freedom to know that if I want to sleep with Tiffany tomorrow, I can do that. And no issue. You can't say nothing to me. Now, if Homeboy has issue, obviously Homeboy has some insecurity issues. He obviously could have said something about
that's
it.
not fair about insecurity. If he saw something that's not there, that's on them. They should have been
clear.
clear.
Crap, because he's obviously likes her more than he likes her more than she does, and she's trying to throw.
100%.
And he's trying to throw that in, like, no, you like me more. No, you like her more. You're too big of a vagina to just be man up and just say, I like you more. Yeah, I want to be exclusive. Instead of having this freaking conversation, because he doesn't want to have this conversation because he knows he ain't gonna get what he wants. So he's accepting her in her terms already, because he knows, as much of a badass he thinks he is, or if she wants to go away, she can go. Bull crap. You avoided this conversation because you know she'll bounce. You rather have her on her terms than for her to bounce. Well, you fucked up, my dude. You accept it. You accepted the terms. Now you live with it. Now you either can stay effing her while she's effing some other guy, or going down on her like Chinatown on her.
I don't know. Yeah, that she wasn't clear exactly what happened, but yeah.
She just said that the person did it to her.
Yeah, no, I get what you're saying. I agree.
There's obviously only one thing that the homeboy could do to her.
Yeah, but
so,
Jefferson, what do you think about what you saw in the video first before we continue this?
Man, I think I agree with Jose, because he's right though. Like, you know what I'm saying? You get what you want, but you won't be heartbroken. at the end of the day, you know what's going on. You know what she's there for. Like, and trust me, I've seen it, especially like in today's world. That girls don't like dating boys no more. They just like do what they gotta do with them, leave them. So I agree with Jose.
Hard to disagree on that last point. I will say, I do agree with what you and Jose said in that she's clearly not in it. That's obvious. Anyone who watched that, like that comment, like she was into it, and but his that I don't know where that comment came from. I certainly didn't see it in the clip that I watched. He was into her, and she didn't care about him much at all. But when I say they're making a mountain out of a molehill, right? My point is he obviously wants this to be real with her, and it's obviously not real. So let's not call it a situationship that can be solved. She's there for some physical fun time. He's not. There's no situation to be had. She's on X, he's on Y. If he can't get to X or she can't get to Y, move on. Vincent, if you're hearing this, move on. Okay? It's better for you. It's better for her. There's no situation to be had.
Yo,
if you want something more, Jose, I'm not saying he should do this if he's good with it, but if he's not good with it and he wants something more, he's barking up the wrong tree, and it's time to move on to something different.
Vincent, if you hear this podcast, you smash her 3 weeks till Sunday, and then you go smash another girl.
But he doesn't want that. Not everybody wants that. Not everybody's looking for cherry pie on cookies, on pizza.
You're right, man. I could get heartbroken with girls like that too.
Here's the problem. You're telling Vincent, go. Like you have, obviously, here's the problem. They built this thing, this little cocoon of this little comfortability with each other. That's what she likes of him. Like he's the sweet guy who probably freaking go buy her flowers on Valentine's Day or whatever crap it is they do. And she likes that. She just doesn't want to be with him. Maybe he doesn't lay down on her really well or whatever. I don't know. But
listen, I'm not here to insult Vincent's physical prowess. What I am here
I'm here to insult him, period, because you're not man enough to realize that your girl is smashing you some other dude. And you obviously they had to have this conversation or mentioned it like they had to have talked about it at one point.
Clearly they didn't, because he was surprised.
And can I also add to, there are people who will air their dirty laundry for content to get paid for. So if anyone was doubting if this is real or not, I've worked on these very type of shows, like the exact same sets and everything. Like this is real. This is stuff real. And let me tell you one thing. This is one of the greatest things I've ever heard regarding a situationship. A situationship is a situation to one and nothing to the other. And it seems like that kind of perfectly 100%. Fits this description. And listen, it's complicated. And this is, situationships, maybe it was finally coined as a term for the first time in the last couple of years. People have done this since humanity. Yes.
They just didn't call it something stupid.
Yeah, they just said like you were seeing someone, you didn't care. Right. And they finally, somebody perfectly put a word to it. And it sucks. And, especially dating now, actively dating for me, and like understanding the terms people bring up right away. At the end of the day, you have to respect that. And I don't know what exactly was said at the very beginning. One thing you could do, you both could say, I'm looking for a relationship, and then that winds up being a lie, or you don't feel it right away. It's complicated. That's what these complicated feelings are. And I'll go on camera to say I've definitely been on both ends of the situationship, and maybe I missed out on the legit companionship, but I don't really regret it at the time because I felt however I felt. But one of the things I've learned when I was at least on the other side, thinking maybe this girl will wind up changing her mind and we'll have a romantic rom-com moment. And the answer is no. They said from the start, I'm not looking for anything serious. And that's where the fun outweighs the attraction.
Sure. And if that's where he is or where anyone is, if the fun is still out, right. But this is a hard lesson, but you'll learn it eventually, young people who listen. Life is not a movie. It's a regular old deal. We all go through it every day. Just look at all of those Elmo tweets. Okay.
Oh,
Life is not
Jesus.
life is not a movie. If you're told by your partner that I'm just looking for fun, that's what they're looking for. And if you're not okay with that, that's okay. Move on though. Don't force someone to do something they're not into. Don't force someone to be monogamous. If they got to have cherry pie and pizza on Wednesdays, as Jose said, don't force it. There's no need to force it. But
and to add to Ryan, if a guy says he wants to take it slow and not rush it, it's just to get it in and keep it moving.
well, yeah, man, I won't speak to that because I won't call someone out on what is probably accurate. Some people probably do just want to take it slow, but I think a lot of people do say take it slow to avoid the big conversations.
Yeah, the commitment conversation.
So I do agree with Jose by
what
and large,
are we
but I don't think it's all the time, but I think it's a lot of the time. Jose, I agree with you.
90% of the time.
Unfortunately, Cara was ill and couldn't join us today, but it would have been great to hear the female perspective side of it too. But hopefully another reason to talk about situations comes up at some point this year to do that.
Gotta change the name though. I hate the name. So Gen Z, I know we have Jefferson here, so I'm speaking to you.
Jefferson's the Gen Z correspondent.
Right.
Now.
So
that's cool with you, Gen Z, Jefferson, of course.
So speaking to you, but you call a meeting, get your friends together, come up with a better name because situationship is a horrible name.
All due all due respect to little homie. I'm gonna explain. It's not.
Talk about to Jefferson or Vincent?
Jefferson, not even Jefferson, but I'm just saying Ryan thinks it's just Gen Z. It's really not Gen Z at all because as a guy, me and Matt are serial daters. Hey, I tell you this, and I have dated girls in their 20s recently. I've dated mostly girls in their 30s, and I have experimented the MILFs of their 40s and 50s. And I tell you this, I swear to God right now, I'm gonna be real honest with you, Ryan. I have more girls with situationships, the girls in their 40s and 50s.
Do they call it that?
Yes, we do. It's not, but you know, but they're more, but I'll give you this. Those 40 and 50-year-olds, they are more blunt on telling their situation than a 20-year-old would. With a 20-year-old, you kind of get it. Like I dated a 26-year-old last week and whatever. You could totally see that it was headed that way. Like she didn't know what she wanted. She really just wanted to get it in. I know she wanted, but she's confused and whatever. I get it. So I knew where that was going at because I've been through it. A 40-year-old girl, a 50-year-old girl,
they say what they want.
They just be like, listen, my thing is dry, blah blah blah. I just need to get it in. Like I don't need a relationship.
That makes sense. That the older people, men and women, know what they want already. You know what I mean? But I'm just saying that physically, the term, not the idea that you have a complicated relationship. The physical term situationship is stupid. We got to change that. We got to get rid of that term. It's a stupid term. But you're right. People have complicated relationships. That's been since the beginning of time.
Like
100%.
Ryan, you're lucky as hell. You don't get with like a 48-year-old and then their 18-year-old son is knocking on the door after you're smashing it and come on now. That's a problem. Well, you're lucky.
I would have to have an 18-year-old son and I don't. So but I don't think I am lucky. I think you guys are making some sort of like mystical deal out of the fact that I'm in a marriage. It's not that hard. I'm telling you, if you're listening, Matt and Jose, and I don't know about Jefferson. This is our first dating talk. We'll learn a little more later. So maybe he'll say it's hard. It's not that hard. It's really not.
Nah, man, it's easy. Especially when you're young. I'm not going to go cap with you. It's easy. Nah, but I agree with you, man. I'm happy you married. I'm glad.
I'm happy I'm married too.
You settled down, like Jose, he's just a player. That's what he is. But... Nah, I know a player when I hear one. I know he'll play by the way he talks.
I'm just saying. I've been around the block. What can I say?
Yeah, I know him play when I hear one. You know what I'm saying? The way you talk, man, you dangerous to society.
Oh man, Jefferson, this is why we love you, man. And I am just somebody seeing. I want to also prove it's easy, and I know it'll be easy for me. Maybe I just happen to date a bunch of people by default.
Well, you have to date to find someone.
Exactly. I'm not a player,
man.
right, Jefferson? Or am I?
Hey, you probably are, man.
What?
So.
No.
That went sour for me, man.
At least he's being honest.
I didn't phrase it right. Like, it's good to be a player, you know, but once you like want to settle down, then yeah, you know, like he's already settled down. You know, he knows what he wants. He knows what he's doing. He's married.
Yeah.
And you know, like he could have kids one day. They're gonna take care of him. But then there's people that never marry, live life, but when they're 80, they're living in a mortgage because not a mortgage. What is it called? Yeah, right? No.
Old folks home.
You were gonna say mortgage? Morgue?
Listen,
they all end up in the morgue eventually.
You listen, but I like your story, but look at Ryan's married, and when he's 80, he's gonna be stuck with his old wife. I'm gonna be in an old folks' home, and I'm gonna get they sponge bath from the 20-year-olds.
Oh, no, but let's be real. Like once you old,
I don't think.
But once you old, you know what I'm saying. Even if you do want to work, you probably like a man's eventually not gonna be able to, you know, get it down with women once they're old. You know what I'm saying?
That's why we. So that's why we got Blue Chew.
Blue Chew.
I mean, you're
not,
right.
Not a sponsor.
Blue Chew, you want sponsors? I'll give you an ad read for.
But Matt will get married eventually. He's a nice guy. He'll probably find someone eventually.
Thank you, Jefferson. I think the same thing. Changed my whole attitude with this. It's gonna work soon. And you know, Travis Kelce said earlier this year, before the whole Taylor Swift debacle, seeing Jason Kelce married with his wife and kids, he says, similarly to a Zoom podcast like ours, I want that so bad. I'm on the record to add to that. I want that so bad. And it will happen. And not with this goofy ass smile I have either. For content wise, something's gonna happen. It's gonna be sweet.
Man, leave it to God, man. If you're religious, God knows what He's doing for you. He knows His plans. You know what I'm saying? Like, eventually you'll find someone, have your own kids, make your own family.
That's what I'm saying. You couldn't say it any better, Jefferson. Couldn't say it any better. And
Jefferson, you religious?
I mean, I know about God, you know what I'm saying? Like, but I'd be doing bad stuff. Like, I curse, but yeah, you know what I'm saying? I'm not going to cap to y'all. I can't say I'm like 100% religious. I don't go to church, but you know, my mom teaches me about God here and there.
There you go. All right. I think it counts.
God is gonna have me meet a special woman this year. 2024 for me.
Of course, man. Hopefully you invite us to your wedding, you know.
Oh, that's obvious. Big obvious. So it's gonna be great when that happens. Maybe it's your twin flame too.
There you go.
Check out that episode.
Whoever you are out there, twin flame. All right, let's continue. So it was celebrated again by people our age that 25 years ago this week, Zoboomafoo debuted 25 years ago today. Okay, let me just establish the obvious. I didn't watch Zoboomafoo. Zoboomafoo. I didn't actually watch it. I've seen the lemur, but I just didn't watch it. I watched Arthur for PBS shows. I watched Arthur and Sesame Street and Dragon Tales.
And that's
another
good one.
But Zoboomafoo, Ryan, why do so many people our age go crazy for this?
Love Zoboomafoo. The show was part live action, part with a puppet, part part like claymation. So good. The lemur is Zoboomafoo, by the way, so that's where the name comes from. They had the catchy song at the beginning. They sang a couple of times throughout, so I had like that music break that all the kids shows had when we were little kids. And they were hanging out with animals. They had like elephants coming into Animal Junction. They had what's it called? They had sometimes it was just like dogs and stuff too. But they had like a not a lion, was it like a panther at one point? It was just such a fun show. These guys had all these animals around, and obviously they were teaching you about animals and like how to animal safety or whatever. But honestly, genuinely, the lemur, the real lemur. So it was again, there was
his name is Jovan.
Yeah, but the lemur who played Zoboomafoo, there was a real lemur version, there was a puppet version that talked, and then there was a claymation version when they did the animated like short stories. So there was 3 different Zoboomafoo lemurs. All of them were fun. But the real lemur, he was hopping around all over the place. Like that was like the B-roll getting them to Animal Junction. His lemur was just jumping around, and then the 2 hosts, the Kratz brothers, like they were jumping out behind him, and the song had like the rock song playing in the background. Yeah, no, love that show. It was I liked the animals, so that was cool, and it was again just conceptually it was fun. And then as soon as the lemur could talk, they had to give him a special treat to make him talk, because he was just a lemur when the show started. Then they had to feed the lemur, and when they fed the lemur, they made the lemur go away and replaced it with a puppet, and then the puppet talked for the rest of the episode. But they had to give him special treats, and that was the whole thing. They had a mystery animal that you had to guess, and they had a song for that, and they had a special song when they grabbed their gear from the closet to go visit an animal out in the wild. Great show. Love the show.
Jose and Jefferson, did you watch Zoboomafoo?
It sounds like mine was high.
No, just 7.
Man, I have never. The only show I heard of was Wildcrafts, man. That's the only thing I understand. So Boomer, whatever y'all said, I don't even know what that is.
Zoboomafoo.
Zoboomafoo.
Man, 1999.
I probably was 1999.
Yeah,
that's when 1999. I was in high school, so I definitely didn't watch that crap.
Yeah, you were out of the target demo for Zoboomafoo.
Yeah,
for sure.
Definitely.
You were not. You were. I was. 5. So that's when it started.
I've seen a lot of people go crazy over this. I just missed out. And what a cool name, Zoboomafoo.
Me and you and Zobooma. That's the theme song.
Yeah, Ryan. Looks like you're gonna put some YouTube clips a little later of it.
I don't want to sing the whole thing because I don't know if we'll get docked for me singing it. But
do you think you'll show your kids one day Zoboomafoo?
Yeah, probably.
I hope not.
I will. And then like all those shows though, like Arthur, I think that's timeless. Dragon Tales, that's another one. I was the oldest, so
Teletubbies.
Nah, that one's out.
Hey.
They're
weird. Teletubbies.
They're weird.
Fraggle Rock. That's an old one.
What was it? What was the one with the otters?
Go Island.
Oh, the otters. Hold on.
Like do the noodle dance.
No. Hey, no. It's wait, maybe it's a different otters. You're talking about this theme song.
No, that was not the theme song.
It was a Disney show.
PB&J Otter?
Yeah.
And when they had a prom, they'd think about it and they'd use their noodle, and that was the song. Is use do the noodle dance.
That's just what life is really like.
Yeah, gotta use your noodle. You dance it out, solve your problem. Man. That was a good one. Exit Dragon Tales. That was the best theme song. As much as I like the Zoboomafoo theme song, the Dragon Tales had the best theme song.
Do day oh do day oh and then say ooh da day do.
Oh, that's from the Otters, right?
Yeah, the theme song. Yeah. Jefferson, what would you show your kids?
Yeah, what was your childhood shows?
Probably Wildcrafts, Here's George, Arthur. I was really Arthur guy. What else?
Arthur was real. Every day when you're walking down the street, and everybody that you meet has original point of view. That's bars. That's real life. And I say, hey, what a wonderful kind of day where you can learn to work and play and fall in love with each other.
Let's get along with each other.
Get along with each other. You got to listen to your heart. Listen to the beat. Listen to the rhythm. And then on the street, open up your eyes.
What does this podcast become?
It's a celebration of life.
F.
He said, "What does this podcast become?"
Jefferson, what shows would you show your kids when
He
it's
just
time?
told you, Curious George and
No,
Arthur.
what he said what he watched, he would show them
Oh.
the same.
Oh yeah, probably. I would show them like Wild Kratts. You know, that was my favorite show. I'm not even gonna lie.
You know,
I felt cool when I saw that show.
when you were a kid, the credits hit different. Like you really felt like something was closing on you that day. If that makes sense.
I could see that. Yeah. What
Like-
about you, Jose? What shows would you be showing to people?
That's easy. I'll show them the show Cops. So they
No.
know what
Like your
not to do.
childhood show. Come on, participate.
Fraggle Rock,
Okay, you mentioned that one earlier. Yeah.
Blue's Clues.
Oh, even with Steve being a betrayer.
I'll go with the Chinese guy.
Joe.
And Muppet Babies.
Oh, okay. That's a good lineup. I liked some of those shows.
Muppet Babies.
Yeah.
Oh, let's keep the music theme going. Justin Timberlake. He is coming back. Released a single, releasing a new album, going on tour. And just to save some time, let me just simply ask, do you think Justin Timberlake will pull off a successful comeback? I have not heard his new single. I haven't heard it naturally shown in TikToks or shown online anywhere or on the radio. Justin Timberlake, is he going to make a big comeback or is he just kind of there?
So
I think it's true. Oh, go
okay,
ahead.
I was gonna say my answer is yes. My answer is yes. However, I think it's not because the song will be any good. I think it's because did you see in his concert in Vegas what he did? He did his Cry Me a River thing, and instead of apologizing, he said he was going to apologize to absolutely no one, and they went to Cry Me a River, and this was right after Britney Spears posted her apology about her book.
Oh,
so he's going to go full aggro, and he's going to get a lot of attention for doing it. They're all going to hate him online, but it'll drive up engagement. And then the people who hate Britney are going to buy the song. He's going full aggro to try and get this song to go viral. And so I do think it will work. I do think he'll make a lot of money.
I do think his tour's going to be like
Swifty big.
But
no,
I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Hell no.
And how about a notch, 2 notches under?
I think
Will
he
it
was
be the
too
tour of the
late.
summer?
I think who else is touring in the summer?
I don't know.
I don't think anybody big is touring in the summer.
Isn't Beyonce's tour still going on?
Yeah, but it's probably ending by the summertime comes. I mean, it's got to be the last leg of the tour. Swifty's not going to be on.
Taylor Swift is touring.
You would think. You think Bad Bunny will outdo Justin.
Yeah,
Bad Bunny's touring starts in April, like March.
Yeah.
So you think Bad Bunny would definitely outdo what's name?
Timberlake.
You think Justin Timberlake? I mean, Justin Bieber will probably put an album on, come out on tour. He hasn't toured in a while.
What are the Jonas Brothers doing? That feels.
Oh,
like
you need to
them.
stop it. Jonas Brothers wouldn't even be in there. Jonas Brothers did 5 days at a freaking Broadway theater.
Jonas Brothers could absolutely draw more eyeballs than Justin Timberlake. Come on.
Are you ridiculous? No.
Come on. Everybody wants to go back to the year 3000.
No, I think Justin Timberlake hasn't toured in years, so I assume
that's true. It has been a long time.
So people really care? Like, oh, Justin Timberlake's back.
I don't think they care like I don't think they care like that. But would they? If Justin Timberlake's coming back to my town, if he was coming into Hartford, and the tickets are at a decent price,
yeah,
I would probably, because the first 2 albums, you know he's gonna run back the first 2 albums. Mix it with new album, so you kind of like, all right, if it's for like $150 and I can take a date night and smash, I wouldn't mind. I'd be like, all right.
I think he's right about most of that. I think that he's been gone long enough that there'll be enough interest that people, even if they're not like huge fans, if they just kind of like him, they'll be like, if reasonably priced tickets, they're nearby, I could see him getting a big reaction. Again, I think he's going to do the social media aggro campaign to get more
and
people
get
talking
in
about it.
sync to reunite.
That's not happening.
Maybe. I don't think that's
That's
probably
not
part of
happening.
it. But
Why not?
because he doesn't want to share. If he wanted to
Yeah,
share, he would have done an in sync tour.
Yeah.
But
He might get one.
there were tweets. We've been talking.
I'm sure they have been. I believe that. I don't believe he's going to share the money from his tour with NSYNC. So
Jefferson, do you like
tour.
Justin Timberlake?
Nah, man, I'm not into that guy. I'm be honest with you.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna disagree with you. I don't think he's making no comeback. You know how many people fell off and they do tours and people still don't go and see them because people are interested in the new stuff. Like rappers and stuff. Like I don't think. I'll be honest. Y'all might disagree with me, but I don't think he's making no comeback.
Ooh, the Gen Z correspondent goes in.
I get what you're saying.
Yeah, but you're asking the Gen Z that's a dude. Of course he's gonna say that. He ain't gonna give two shits about Justin Timberlake.
Well, you think the young don't think the young ladies like Justin either.
No, nobody even talk about it.
No, because of his like
why
Janet
we need
Jackson.
Cara.
No, because like the Janet Jackson and all that. I think a lot of women
look
are
at
mad
Madonna. Look at Madonna. Madonna's
and old people going, let's go to Madonna tour.
Right. No, that's older people. I'm agreeing with you, Jose.
I'm old.
It's going to be older people who go to Justin Timberlake. I think Jefferson is wrong. I think Jefferson is wrong. I think the nostalgia is going to make this man a lot of money. I think young guys, they don't know. Like everything is in the now when you're younger. You don't know about the past. In the past, Justin Timberlake was Bad Bunny big, right? Not actually.
He probably was.
Yeah, so all those fans are gonna go. They're just
let's just say like this: if the Backstreet Boys and New Kids on the Block can sell out arenas,
yeah, exactly.
Justin freaking Timberlake can sell out the arena.
I agree. If the B squad of the boy bands can do it, then the A lister of the boy bands can absolutely do it. But I do think he has alienated people with some of his stuff, and like the book by Britney didn't help. So he's gonna have to contend with that. But I think
with him cheating on his wife, it ain't help.
Yeah, that won't help either. So yeah, all that stuff's not gonna help him sell tickets, but I think he'll still manage even with all of his scandals.
I mean, he probably is gonna sell tickets, but like y'all said, to older people, probably like 30-year-olds and 40-year-olds. I don't think you know what I'm saying? I don't think you're gonna see a 20, 18-year-old up in his concert. But I hope he makes money,
Yeah, no, it won't be like a resurgence. See, like he's not going to suddenly become a popular like artist again for everybody. He's just going to, have a big tour for his fans. Yeah, you know what I mean?
Don't be so quick to
people that support
walk away.
By the way, it was just confirmed by Page 6 that Taylor Swift is confirmed to attend the Super Bowl.
Yeah, she can make it.
Hours. No problem.
All right. Anyways, Justin Timberlake, his Super Bowl halftime show was boring.
Yeah, that wasn't it wasn't a great one. Good dancer. Danced a lot.
Mm-hmm. But pretty good stuff there regardless. All right, we have time for a few questions. Let's move to that. You know what was trending? If you got $1 billion put in your bank account, what you doing? I'm literally paying all my bills. That's the first. You're buying.
You said $1 million?
$1 billion. You were getting $1 billion put in your bank account.
Hey, man.
What are you doing? I'm paying my bills. Then I'm buying a high rise in Manhattan. Then a suburban big ass house. Then I'm buying a 2-floor studio high rise for the podcast.
Already out of money. 2 places in Manhattan, you're already out of money.
Billion. That's what. Billion. This is billion.
Yeah, I said I know. I'm being facetious, but also not really.
Well, guess what? I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna buy. So I'm just gonna buy real estate and pay my bills. That's the first thing I'm doing.
You ever see the Lord of the Rings? Smaug, the big dragon, who just sits on a pile of gold. That's me.
You
just sitting
on. Is it gonna be a troll?
Staring at it, and then anyone looks at it funny, I'm gonna growl at them. I'm gonna defend it with my life. We're not buying anything. I'm sitting on it. I mean, I'll pay off my bills probably. I'll definitely pay off my bills, but Probably buy a house or something, but the rest is just sitting there in a high interest
I'm
savings
literally
account.
gonna just pay off all the guests I want to have on my show after that.
You get Aaron
Here's
Rodgers.
hey Aaron, here's $10 billion.
Come on. Let's talk about
Ryan, you're gonna be one of the people talking to me there.
with Aaron. Yeah, me and him get along really well. I bet.
Can you imagine just the same room to start off?
I mean, it'd be cool to meet Aaron Rodgers, I suppose.
Man, after the Jets article this week, their team's not winning with him.
Let's do it, Aaron. Either win
Jose,
me a Super Bowl
what
or
are you
make me
doing
a
with $1
Bills
billion?
I'm gonna buy an island. I'm gonna buy an island. And then
fan. An
bring
island.
all the women to my island. And
Every woman ever?
any woman I want that I find attractive, the fat ones, no need to apply.
Oh, it's paid. You're paying.
Yeah, well, obviously you're gonna be
We
paying
love
to
bigger.
do something.
We love bigger women. We love all women of all shapes and sizes.
This is
yeah.
man.
Incredibly illegal. You can't pay them to come to your
Listen.
A lot of people got in trouble for stuff like that.
I give you this: fat girls can apply, but not the fat girls where their bellies are bigger than where their titties at. I'm all right. They can stay.
We love all women here on.
Hey, you could fix them.
Huh?
They fixable. You got all that damn bread. So you know what I'm saying? Couple surgeries.
Yeah, ain't my freaking job. You go let them go find their billion. Shit.
Nah, man. Yo, you selfish.
We're just talking over. You said you're gonna pay these women to come to an island.
Yeah, to do stuff for me.
You're gonna end up on a list. You're gonna end up on a list. What are you doing, buddy?
I'm all right. They can whatever.
Jefferson, what are you doing with $1 billion?
Man, me with $1 billion, you know what I'm saying? Get everybody out the hood. My family, you know. First, my mom buys them a house. You know, my family out of my country. You know what I'm saying?
Jesus, kid, you think you're Nelson Mandela or something? You know, get everybody out of the hood?
I'm about to get everybody, man. Like, first it comes, you know, the family. Then I want a nice woman, but I'm not taking every damn woman to an island like you, man.
Listen, the real question is how much money are you gonna give the church? That's the real question.
Oh yeah, of course, man. At least $1 million, you know.
$1 million? Nah, don't give $1 million to the church. You find someone else to give $1 million to do twice as much good.
I mean, we have like a billion. Like, you never run out of that. Oh, investment, man. Invest your money.
Yo, he's
right
right
up there with Elon Musk.
Investment money. I got $1 billion. I don't need more. I got 20. I got 25 more years, probably good years to live. And you think I'm gonna go invest that shit? I'm good.
But what if
I don't need
you live more than 30 years?
Huh?
And then you're broke by the time. I mean, you're right, man. Like, by the time you 80, what you gonna do with all that damn money? You right, spell all of it. I change my mind. No more investment.
Yo, no. There you go. I'll probably be on drugs, doing other things I shouldn't be doing that Jesus won't like, and I'll probably be gone by the time my billions are gone.
Someone else gonna come over here and need the money after you gone. So yeah, you're right, man. Spend all that.
Yeah. Screw them. After you're gone, you don't care. You're gone.
Hey, once you're gone, man, everything's
I'm gonna hide mine in a cave somewhere.
You know what?
Never gonna find it.
just to have Jefferson on, we have time for one more question.
Mm-hmm.
Name me some conspiracy theories you guys actually believe.
Oh, we're about to cut this podcast short as hell.
Remember, don't say the I word.
Yeah, no, they don't.
That rhymes with Bugatti. But everything else, just give me, since Jefferson's on. Jefferson, why don't you give us some conspiracy theories you believe in?
I believe in, like, love is not for everyone.
I guess that is conspiracy.
What?
Bro, I'm not even. I believe that's.
Love is not for everybody. The conspiracy theory.
I don't know if that's conspiracy. I think
that's fact.
Yeah, that's true.
It's a theory though. Think about it.
How is it a theory?
Wait, he said think about it. Let us give it the explanation.
Think about it for a second. Let me try to explain myself. Let me see if I can explain myself. I'm not good in English when they make me present and stuff, but let me see. Let's say, right? Nah, you're right, man. I'm not gonna even try to explain myself, man. Y'all know what it is, man.
Well, I agree with you. Conspiracy theory, no, I agree with you.
You want to hear a conspiracy theory? This is true. So, no. You know who Cal Ripken is?
I do.
Cal Ripken Jr., baseball player, right? One of the best players to ever play, Hall of Famer, right? So there was this there is this conspiracy. He was known to have all right, let me get this right. Conspiracy for Kevin Costner. All right. We all know him. All right, here's the conspiracy, right? So allegedly on August 14, 1997, right? This is in between. Cal Ripken Jr. is known to have this long. He's known to have the most consecutive games ever played in baseball, like over 2,500 straight games, right? So in the middle of this streak in 1997, there was a blackout for a Baltimore Orioles game. Outright canceled the game. So that's weird. Why do they say for a blackout that can easily be fixed? Well, the story goes, and allegedly, that Cal Ripken Jr. saw his wife cheating on him with legendary Hollywood actor Kevin Costner, and they got in a big fight. And ultimately, it ended to a point where Cal Ripken was so pissed, he didn't even want to play the game, risking his consecutive game streak. So the Orioles canceled the game for him because he got in a fight with somebody who apparently slept with his wife.
I mean, yeah,
you're not allowed to talk about him in media tours if he ever comes on.
Who, Kevin Costner?
Either Cal Ripken Jr. specifically. I know the Part in My Take guys tried to get it out of him. There's no evidence. There's no discussion on this. I think there might be something to it.
You're saying Cal Ripken won't talk about Kevin
Costner bejewing his wife, and also causing the game, because they don't want to admit that they canceled a game for him specifically for that.
What if you've never met Kevin Costner, but every time you tried to do an interview, they always said, "Hey, Kevin Costner, you never met him? Is it true he was doing your wife?" I could see why he might be like, "Don't ask me about Kevin Costner. I don't know him. I don't care to know him. This is ridiculous." But I mean, it might be true. I don't know.
There's a whole podcast based on it.
Again, it might be true. I'm not denying that. It sounds plausible.
Do you believe it's true, Jose? And have you guys actually ever heard of this?
No, it's the first time I'm hearing it.
First time I heard this.
Yeah, it's 25 years old. The podcast is called The Rumor, if you want to check it out.
I'll look into that. Well, I don't have a fun baseball conspiracy, but my uncle coached Mo Vaughn in Cal Ripken League. So there we go. That's my connection to Cal Ripken. He has a league now, right? It's like Little League, but Cal Ripken League, and my uncle coached it. And Mo Vaughn was there, one of his kids. And then Mo Vaughn went to be a professional baseball player, like Cal Ripken.
Look at that. Jose, do you think it happened?
The Cal Ripken story?
Yeah.
Of course not.
So it legitimately though. So the Baltimore Camden Yards was doing a terrible job lighting the field that day.
I mean, if it is true, I hope Cal Ripken fucked them up, but that's just my opinion.
What about you, Jefferson? Do you think it happened?
Nah, I don't think that happened,
man. I think it did.
Tell you what, man, I'll agree with you just so you have some friends. I'll say it did happen.
No, it's fine. I know you don't believe it either.
I don't believe in any of it.
But it should be, that's interesting stuff. Interesting stuff. And my final question for today, everybody. What is the absolute worst thing you've ever had at a restaurant? And you don't have to name the restaurant if you don't want to, but you went to a place, you wasted your money, and you wound up leaving disappointed, angry, and devastated.
Was it because of the food or because of something else?
Of the food.
All right.
But if you have a funnier story because it was something else, you should feel free to share.
It's hard. So I want to go first. I'm thinking.
If it's food, the worst place I ever had was a blue cheese hamburger.
Yeah.
That was just I never had blue cheese before, and I was like, whatever. And what's that spot in Sono? The Burger
Burger
Barn?
Bistro.
Burger
Yeah,
Bistro.
that place sucks so bad.
That place does suck.
Yeah, they're definitely not gonna sponsor us, but they trash.
Never been, yeah.
It's been a long time since I went, but I don't remember. But now I can't.
I went to a place near Rochester, New York, where I went to college. And I genuinely don't remember the name of the restaurant. This is not me defending this restaurant. I promise. It was around graduation time, and I was with other people, so like it was a nice thing, right? And so I didn't really know what to get, so I got this like lemon risotto thing, and it was just the grossest pasta thing I've ever had in my entire life. It had like pine nuts in it. It was horrible. The lemon just it was like too much lemon on it was so gross. The texture was bad, the flavor was bad. I ate like literally a quarter of it, and then I just ate like a bunch of bread from like the bread bowl and
You ate bread.
ordered a
Restaurant to eat
pizza.
bread.
Ordered a pizza when I got home. It was so bad. I couldn't even make myself like they're like, "Would you like a box?" And I've never said no faster in my entire life.
You should have taken. You probably made them feel bad. I still take a box and throw it away, or give it to the
No, I don't want to
animals.
buy. Why? I'm gonna throw it away. They can
Throw it to the animals.
Whatever. They can serve it to the animals, not me.
Nah, man.
You got one, Jeffrey?
I'm thinking on
Jefferson?
there, yo, but nah.
I
but
got
I'ma
a story. I got one if you don't got one.
All right, man. I'm gonna let you go. You got it.
All right, so it's not really the restaurant, it's the person. So I had a blind date, and she was a cute little girl. I took her to Famous Pizza, and so she had to go to the bathroom, and she came back from the bathroom, and she was like, they're gone for like 15 minutes.
Damn.
And she came back and she kind of smelled like crap. So nothing tastes great after. Like we were at Famous eating pizza, and like she smelled so bad that the pizza starts tasting like that. And I was like, I had to go. So I just paid and bounced. I didn't even say goodbye or anything. I couldn't take that smell. I was just like how Ryan was, just like I just wanted to throw up.
I mean, I'll be honest. That's kind of like it's fair. If something smells bad, it does ruin the way things taste.
Like how you ruin Famous.
That's what happens when you're a player. Some turn out good, some don't.
Yeah, Jefferson is calling you out on your player ways, but
nah, man, I need to start hitting around him. He got game, man.
You learn some things. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, I'm
Jose, come back to Cole's, man, and come visit.
I'm banned from Cole's.
Oh yeah,
I believe that.
Flirt around with all the customers.
I wish it was for that.
I remember.
I'll go ahead.
No, I just remember. I had bad calamad once, where somebody left the plastic on by accident. What a disgrace!
Ooh, yeah, that's not good. Also, plastic. So now you knew it was frozen.
Got a free meal out of it by saying this is plastic on this.
Yeah.
So I didn't have to pay, and then I left.
That means they definitely took it out of the freezer. So that's strike one. And
they didn't even bother to cook it.
And then they didn't take it out of the freezer correctly to get the plastic off. So it was frozen, which is already bad for a restaurant. They should make it themselves. And they didn't even do it right because they left the plastic.
Unbelievable stuff. Unbelievable stuff.
That's horrible.
That is crazy.
Well, guys, I think this is a great time to cap this off. Incredible job, Jefferson. Awesome debut. Great job, as always, Ryan and Jose. And we see you next week with whatever crazy stuff we have going on.
See you later, Matt.
Yeah.